Let's see. Okay. Well, I mean, for
Well,
those
that's
that,
going to be a bit of a risky subject considering you're not allowed to say too much in case of
for obvious
projects.
reasons, yeah. I mean, I'll say it again for those that didn't know. In terms of that, it's pretty obvious. I am a gung ho ambassador for the game Ninjala. Now, to keep the peace around here, okay, to keep the peace around here, I'm gonna say we're doing the best that we can to kind of engage with the community. That's it. End of that discussion with that answer there.
I
Um,
mean, to be fair, you're not even lying when you say that. Like, some are actually trying to engage more with the community, but it's so hard when the minors in the community just want to point fingers at people without any evidence of them being what they're accusing them of.
I'll say this much too. In the grand scheme of things, guys, out
They
of
could do this so
every
long as someone will bleed.
out of everyone that is probably signed to an ambassadorship of some sort of any kind whatsoever, I can almost guarantee you, I'm the only one standing on the platform to this day that does not have a Twitter. Why am I saying that? Why is that? Why does that make that much of a difference? Because I've been told constantly for years now, if you don't have Twitter, you won't get certain things, coming your way. Which I will say, I would probably half admit that maybe if I was on Twitter and probably, talked about it there, points here and there, I probably would. But let me tell you something. Me personally and Twitter, I've hated it since the day it was created. I said no, and I have stood my flippin' ground to this day. I will never ever get a Twitter for whatever reason whatsoever, and it's only gotten worse over the years. Okay, for all the pessimistic
And
drama and all that other junk, like, I don't need that. I don't need that. The fact that I
then
made
there's
it
just us like backing up your mentality, saying, "Don't, not worth it. You're only gonna lose your insanity."
So I take it upon myself that when I was asked to be an ambassador for the program, I took that in stride, in the sense of, wow, I really made it, this far. It may not seem like much to people. Okay, I listen. I totally get it. Getting ambassadorship for you, the average viewer, whoever, the average gamer, whatever, may not seem like much, but you have to see it from my point of view. The fact that I was even able to step my own foot in those types of doors for a little bit of an opportunity like this to talk to the community or whatever is mind-boggling. Because I will say, I will admit, me not having it may have hindered a couple things along the way, but even then, you know what, that only made me feel better about myself, and saying, you know what, I don't need this. I'll just continue doing what I do best, and I will move forward at my own pace. And lo and behold, somehow we got recognized. I will just want to say, to the people that have suggested it from the beginning, if someone might have sprinkled it some information their way, like, hey, you should check out this guy, I just want to say thank you for choosing me, or for even having me around and letting me do my talking points and do whatever it is you want to do. And I want to give back to the community as much as possible. Now, when I say that, I actually mean it. There's me spilling the beans on that. Okay, that's pretty fair. Not gonna lie. Because you know what? Apparently, I hear that a lot of people don't communicate. There's a lot of dead communication. But I'll say this: if there's a Q&A session and it's being hosted by me or whatever, I will answer whatever question you can. In the grand scheme of things, like, am I able to answer it? So, let that be my
Like,
Twitter rant for
answer
you.
within reason.
Yes, thank you. Let that be my rant to you. Like, you can ask me something, and I will most likely answer. And that's another reason why, like, Twitter is kind of like I don't know, it's kind of weird for me, because, like, I kind of do whatever I can to do, search the scape or whatever. There's a lot of, well, there's no transparency. That's what I want to say. There's, like, almost no transparency from the connection side of things. That's why my main connections for talking with anyone in regards to this game is literally Twitch, the Twitch chat, and the Discord, and that's it. Anything outside of that, I don't need to know whatever. I don't need to know personal things. It's whatever. Here, I feel good, safe in this controlled environment that we have going on, and normally we have a good time. We have a good time. So, and rant on that. Now we're gonna get to the nitty gritty stuff, and this is where I need help from the community. This is where, let's see, me and the mods have been talking for all day today, for a good portion of it, trying to
For
spice
about
up.
at least an hour.
Yeah, trying to spice up the games in Ninjala. Now, again, we talked about this in the beginning. I'll splice it up however I can when the video comes out on YouTube. Whatever. So, the reason I have whoever we have here today, and the reason why I never said anything to anyone in terms of, oh, mention it on Twitter, because it has to be a controlled environment for this particular reason. What we're trying to create is Ninjala duos and Ninjala trios. What does that mean? It's simple. The game is super stale in the sense that every team is the same basis over and over and over and over again. Same thing for Battle Royale. You get teams of 4 to go up against another team of 4, or you have 8 people in the lobby and you just go at it. Okay? You just go at it, and then that's it. But here's the problem. Here's the thing. There's so many problems when it comes to playing the game that way. I'll give everyone some type of nightmare fuel to, so you might see what I'm talking about. You spawn in. The opposite team, all iron noise hammers. You spawn in. Everyone is all katana. You spawn in. Everyone is all gloves on the opposite side. Like, do you see what I mean?
Even a counter to katana?
What's up? Like,
Punching gloves
yeah.
against katana.
like, do you see what I mean? Like, okay, and you look at your team, and everyone's a little bit all over the place. There's no sense of control. Everyone is kind of free to do whatever they want, and you have one card. You know, just let's say you started today. You have one card, and the opposite team is all iron noise, some type of hammer, gum lab additives or whatever, and they have all 4 cards that they can fit across the shinobi card space or whatever. I've messed about with Friday nights where it would be working on the pass of either the featured matches to of turf match or match striker. Okay, that's another one. So they have featured battles where they only happen on the weekend. We don't know why. Should make those permanent on the daily. You might get some people back. The damage is already done. So
Yeah. There's some modes that people are still wanting in the game. One of them actually being introduced in the last story chapter, that being a skateboarding race.
a skateboarding race.
There's now its own stage and platform for a race to take hold.
Actually, not a bad idea. See what I mean? Like, people, the community has ideas. Whether or not the devs can see that, I have no idea.
And other people that I've seen have mentioned this idea maybe only a few times.
Uh-huh.
And that would be a 4-player horde mode.
Ooh, that's actually pretty good.
A team of 4 players will have to fight off, and the little alien creatures that you fight in the story mode.
Oops.
Space Ninja.
I can't spell.
And it would be a matter of, okay, how many of these things can you knock out within a certain time limit without your entire team being knocked out themselves?
Okay, yeah, that's actually not bad.
Think of it as sort of like a zombie survival kind of mode.
There you go. See what I mean? That's one right there. That's one idea right there. We're 12 seasons in, we haven't had anything. Again, they might have added Ninjala. Yeah, they might have added Ninjala Striker, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But even then, guys, like, that got stale so quick.
Especially when people found out that all you need is a froggy block and a fucking mixer.
Yep. Yeah, did that content, didn't care for it. If only, man. Lazy. So in essence, Ninjala Masu, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that. Oh yeah, it took so long for chapter 3, I was still training chapter 2 fully into it. Okay, yeah, so, Lazy, and everyone else here. We took a poll for people that wanted to be part of an experiment. I know it's super late. I'm not saying we have to get to it today. We could do this completely at another time. We're only just talking about it to kind of gauge your reaction. This is me, a gung-ho ambassador, asking for feedback on an idea for a community project. We all good? We get where this is going? Okay? So, actually, it's even better if I do it, if I show, like, off an example, and my mods and I will be pitching ideas back and forth, because I know this cannot be done alone, and you guys definitely would totally help pitching some stuff back and forth as well. So, for example, let's get out of the battle pass. Sounds interesting. No, I'm telling you, stick around because, again, in my honest opinion, I don't want to sound like I'm high and mighty saying, yeah, I came up with it. I'm the total best there is that they got. No, nothing like that. It's more along the lines of we have not seen it done in succession. No one has even tried to attempt it. We could be the first. We could be onto something. And if the devs see that, that it works out pretty good for community feedback and everyone likes it, we could be onto something. You know what I mean? So let's get started here real quick. We're not doing battles tonight. I'm just trying to show you an example. That's fine. I don't care. So let's get a room battle going, for whatever reason. And that's another thing too. Just they probably have to fix this as well. Let's see. So okay, I'm telling you, don't bother joining because we're not sending it. Okay, we're not going in there for that real quick. Just let me try and explain. Let me try and explain. Yeah, let me try and explain this real quick to the best that I can. So me and the lads have been talking all day today in regards to this. Again, the gameplay for Ninjala is stale. That is something we can all agree on. You cannot tell me otherwise. So my pitch, right? My pitch is we can't change this. So this is where we kind of have to take control of it in our own hands. My pitch is we introduce Ninjala duos and trios. Now the reason I say that is because Apex Legends has survived on the trio aspect for such a long time. Then they implemented duos, and you and the bro or you and the sister were happy because you could just play with each other, like in the sense of playing the game or whatever, and it could just be you two. You didn't have to worry about carrying dead weight to win the game. Like you and your trusted other person could play this game completely. Sup? Okay, so I hope they know that I'm literally not going to be doing anything whatsoever. So, for example, trios would only go up to here.
And you do also have it set to all players, so literally everyone in the game can your lobby.
Well, that's going to be interesting. So they're going to be like, what the hell's going on here? I'm like, I got nothing else. Don't worry about it. So trios, okay? You and only two other people of your choosing, okay? We completely negate the fourth slot. Forget about it. You don't get a fourth. That's how this one's going to roll. You don't get a fourth. Trios and duos only. Okay, duos can work via 4 teams. It could, but again, because of the way Ninjala works, we have to have that even split. Trust me, that was something I was thinking about, but it's it would get messy quick. That's why we have to have a controlled environment for it. That's why we would.
The thing is, the 4 teams. The 4 teams of 2 is doable because when you play as duos in teams, there are 4 different underlying colors. There is red, blue, green, and yellow.
Yep.
So duos, it can at least be put on the table for discussion.
You're right. No, guys, I'm telling you guys, this is really where we start pitching ideas. And, obviously, I'm not saying you have to, but I have no voice in the Twitter airspace. Maybe sprinkle it your way saying, hey, so someone came up with an idea for duos and trios, send it my way. Played it when it first came out, but stopped after a moment because it just got boring and felt like luck-based combat, not skill-based. Hey, King Kebs, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. First time chat, by the way. Thank you so much in all honesty. Listen, again, I don't know if you know, my name is Zero Matter, a gung-ho ambassador for this game. I completely understand the frustration, the boringness, that literally what you're saying, I completely get it. I'm not trying to talk down to you. I literally understand it. Everyone collectively now understands everyone's frustration with this game. You're right. It hasn't really done anything to wow anyone. I completely get it. Sounds like a good 2v2v2v2. Yes. Thank you. Yes, that's good. That is really, really good, guys. I'm dead serious. You have no idea. Ninjala.
One of the problems I believe with Ninjala is that it's a system that it's a game that you can it shows itself as something that you can just pick up and play, but there is so much to grasp.
There is.
It looks like a simple game, but underneath it is actually kind of complex.
Yes, I will say it is complex. So stemming off from what Rachel, King Kep, and actually Buster and Gregito saying, King Keps, I totally get it. I totally get it. Gregito, the thing. Let's see. Actually, I think with Rachel, actually, and Buster too. The idea totally, it was already being sprinkled by Buster Pumpkin. That's another reason why, like, I'm kind of like mentioning it. Like, I don't know. Again, I don't have Twitter, so someone out of the blue at one point might have said it, and this lobby's filling up. They're going to be very disappointed. Someone on Twitter, I'm sure, might have said it out of the blue, but nothing ever came of it. I'm sure someone else is saying it. I'm not claiming to be the first, because I'm pretty sure I'm not the first. But feeling it this way in the grand scheme of things, Ninjala, listen to this idea, because this could come in handy. It's good. I will say this, it is a very good idea from getting feedback from everyone. Okay? And Buster, I don't know why people would assume that it wasn't a good idea, because I would say that it's probably one of the best ideas, an ambassador might have ever pitched, and they really should have. They should literally take the time to listen to some of the ideas. So to I think what Lazy and what everyone else is saying, you got the first team here, right? You got the first team here. You have the second team here, third team here, and fourth team here. All in, I don't know. You could put in I guess Eagle City would be the best way to go. I'm sorry. I gotta cancel out. I can't. That's tough. Sorry, people. You could go ahead and start your own fight. So, again, duos for what we're trying to accomplish here. I would like the help of the community. I'm requesting help from the community, okay? In the sense that let's make this happen, but we'll get rules established, obviously, okay? And let's show that...
A duos bracket?
What's up?
A duos bracket.
A duos
Tournament
community bracket. Presented or hosted by the Zero Matter Experiment, featuring the mods and everyone else. How's that? Did someone say duos? Leon!
Hey,
How's it
Leon.
going? How's it going? Think any map would have been great with it. No, you're right. Good. Let's see if I can actually do this again and hide whatever's that I gotta do. Hold on. Is now following. Hey, thank you so much for that. I really, really appreciate it. Let me switch this up real quick. Just so I can actually get the idea going and no one just chimes in like willy-nilly, I guess.